we grew up in the hood, from the ghetto, whatever you want to call it, the other side of the train tracks. But it sounds like you and all of the work, as if you weren't busy, music artist, producer, father, maintaining your own health with your sobriety and, being a role model to the community. You have now launched your own Ryan Montgomery Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us what that is and what made you do that.
Well, I'm glad you put that how you put it when you said the underserved communities. We don't have access to, I like to call them amenities. I look at it like we're staying in a hotel, and it's like being able to use the gym at a hotel, and the underserved communities don't get to use the amenities. So what I want to do through the Ryan Montgomery Foundation is I want to provide some of those amenities to the underserved communities, to the underserved areas, and just focus on those areas. But we're not excluding anybody, but we're just going to focus on those areas, and so through the foundation, I want to be able to do many things, but the very first initiative that we're focusing on is mental health.
Yeah.
I feel like mental health is kind of like the basis. It's kind of like the basis of everything. I feel like every Black person needs therapy, every single one of us. And had I not gone to therapy when I first gotten sober, I never would have came to a point in life where I felt like this about other people, like I do for myself, like I did for myself. I mean, after going to therapy, I was just able to put so many things into perspective, and being able to just place perspective on things and being able to unpack your trauma in a healthy way. It can just help you. It can help you take steps in life and get through doors that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to.
Right. And I think that's important. So just like we, exercise and get on the treadmill, we're making healthier food choices. We need to process the traumas that we've been through and that we're going through. I mean, even if we just look at COVID alone, that has been traumatic for many people, being displaced, losing their jobs, unsure of what's happening, illness, death, all of those things are happening. And that's just current. Take into consideration that many of us had things that we saw, were a part of, witnessed as a youth that we never really talked about. And I think especially in the Black community, and I'll say in our Black men, you guys were all kind of like, be strong, don't cry, you can't show your emotions. And I think that that's reached ahead. And I'm not going to say exactly it was when Kobe passed away, rest in heaven, Kobe. But that's when you saw lots of images on television of Black men crying. And I do think that was somewhat of a tipping point, although there have been many with the need and the cry out that our men need help. Our men are being taught to suppress trauma and emotion, and we're all human. So I really am excited that you have started this in your foundation and that you're starting with mental health, because I think that's a service that let me say this, even if you have insurance, many of the therapists don't take insurance and they want cash pay. And if you don't have the money to pay the cash pay, how are you going to see the therapist?
Right. Exactly.
So Royce, let me ask this. So your foundation, we have it going on the ticker, the Ryan Montgomery Foundation. We have the website, we have the number there. We see your cool lighting up in the background with the number over there. There you go. Yeah. So how can if people need your services, how do they access it?
Yeah, all you got to do is just dial that number, 1-833 Royce 59 ROICE, the number 5, the number 9, and it's free.